Damn, it feels good to see people up on it. Flip 2 keys in 2 weeks and didn't flaunt it. My brain is haunted with mean dreams, GS's with BBs on it. Supreme schemes to get richer than Richie quickly. Niggas wanna hit me if they get me. Dress my body in linen by Armani, check it. My lyrical carjack, make your brain flat. High caliber gas is all I fuck with. Now keep the rough shit in my circumference.
What's up, y'all? This is Zeraximus Rogue coming to you from the left coast. Once again with the video haul. Becoming fewer and far between. Central Northern Cali's picked over, so again these are a lot less frequent. As a lot of you guys know, whenever I start a video, I like to start it off with a song that I like. It's always hip hop. But what I found this week was kind of crazy. On Facebook, one of my buddies linked an album. It's actually a mix called Life After Death Star. It's a mix of Biggie lyrics and Star Wars beats, and it's remixed crazy. That first song was one of it. I'm a big effing fan of hip hop and comics, and when they come together, I think it's awesome. I always like to highlight a piece of art. I thought this was appropriate. I got it at a local show for $10. Sick ass Boba Fett drawing. Really appreciate that. All right, without further ado, I'll get to my little haul. Again, most of the places in central northern California are extremely specced out. Things are being fewer and far between. I used to do Craigslist and comic shops, but Craigslist dried up. Comic shops are few and far between over here, and they're picked over, and they hardly ever get new stock. So I've actually been kind of resorting to small local shows. The smaller the better, and the eBay actually surprisingly hate it, but you know, you got to do what you got to do to feed your fix. Most of these books are from one show this past weekend in a small Central Valley town. Wasn't gonna go, ended up being in the area. My wife let me go for a couple hours. I took her niece and nephew, and kind of used it as an excuse to go hunting. These books that I'm going to show right now, they were all cover price. I've been in the spending mood lately because, again, there haven't been many comic book deals around. So if something's high grade and a decent price, I'll take it. And I started with these at the show. Again, these are all mostly from one dealer. It was so slow, I went back to him like 2 or 3 times and fished all this stuff out. So again, these are just some J. Scott Campbell covers. Amazing Spider-Man 34. 35 and 32, I believe, or 33. Again, J. Scott Campbell, not necessarily hard to find, but hard to find in high grade. If I find them for cheap, again, these are $2.25. I'll take them. Always trying to put sets together and just kind of have loose ones together. What I do a lot of times with some of these books is I use them for trade bait with local dealers. I buy them for $2.25. They'll usually take them off my hands for $4 trade. It's $1.75. Again, I upgrade. I keep the best copy and give them the rest. Another book I found was Amazing Spider-Man 602. Not really sure why this has heat on it. I don't know if it's a recent hot artist. I can't tell signatures, but again, something else I got for cover price, in great condition. It's a white book, so it's kind of hard to find without any scuffs, and this one fits the bill. Something else I try to get, I'll never own a Wonder Woman #1, but I can own the Millennium Comics edition. Again, cover price, great condition, no spine creases whatsoever. I figure it's worth a good read, brush up on my history, go into the PC. I actually recently did a video, I'm actually going to do a post on CBSI, No Love. I'm going to kind of highlight some new humans. Supposedly, they're going to be joining the Inhumans in the TV show. This is actually the first appearance of Karen Kravinoff, the new Kraven. Amazing Spider-Man 575. Again, I'm going to highlight this issue. Not that it's worth anything or spec worthy, but hey, man, I really like first appearances. If I can get them on the cheap, newer characters, hey, it'll go on the PC. It'll be for the long haul. Another book I got was Fear Agent #1, very early Rick Remender work, and Moore, the guy who did initial run on Walking Dead. Fear Agent's actually a series I've been trying to put together. I don't know how hot it is, but it's where Remender got his start, and I always appreciate a good read. I'm a sucker for Michael Turner art. This seems to be, I think, a Top Cow variant, but it's a Michael Turner cover. I don't know if this was posthumously done, but again, I'm a fiend for Michael Turner. I have the original run of this, his first 25 issues plus a couple of variants, and I'm always trying to add to that collection. This is another Witchblade variant that I have no idea what it is. I really don't. I actually just rebagged it and boarded it and didn't look inside. It's a variant. It's a black variant, and books like this, an Amazing Spider-Man 36, the 9/11 Memorial issue, are extremely hard to get in high grade, mostly because spine issues. This spine is spotless. No dimples, no dents, no creases. Corners are tight. If I can get some big signatures on here and slab it, that'd be awesome. If not, it'll just go on my PC. Another artist I like to collect is Jim Lee. This is a Harley Quinn Suicide Squad Special Edition free issue or free edition. I absolutely didn't get it for free, but $3. I thought, again, something I don't have, a Jim Lee cover in great condition. For me, that's a no-brainer. Just a filler book, Grim Fairy Tales 23. I think I have 1 through 25. I've never paid more than cover for any of them, and I didn't stop now. Teen Titans 38. This is the first appearance of the Miss Martian Manhunter, I think her name is. Let me see. I think this is just her appearance in a picture in a background. But it's still even if it's not a first appearance, even if it's just a cameo. Again, things I like to add to my collection. This is another Michael Turner cover on what's called an Encore edition of Witchblade. I believe this collects issues 1 and 2. I think. All I knew is I didn't have it, and I like the artist. So again, an easy add for me. Some more J. Scott Campbell goodness. Conan #1. Again, great condition. Maybe can upgrade the one I have and use it for trade bait down the line. Yet another J. Scott Campbell cover for cover price. Thundercats 0. I don't even know what edition this is, but I knew I didn't have it, and for cover price, it's an easy add. Another book that used to be hot as heck or hot as hell, whatever you want to say. I'm trying to cut back the curse words. V for Vendetta #1. $2 book for me. I think at one time this might have been a $20 book in a set, maybe 50 to 60 bucks. It's a classic. It's an Alan Moore classic about a character that'll be around forever in good condition. I think a main reason I got this was a price, but also because it might be able to upgrade the one I got. So again, for me, another good ad. This is actually the first full appearance of Flex Mentallo. Really odd character that Grant Morrison developed around in the early 90s. I think first cameo was in Doom Patrol 35. First full appearance, Doom 36, I believe, or Doom Patrol 36. I believe Doom Patrol 42 is another Flex Mentallo cover. It's one of those faux throwback covers that looks damaged but is, or looks damaged but isn't. Regardless, I think miniseries, Flex Mentallo miniseries issues go from 20 to 16 bucks each. Again, first full appearance for cover price. For me, it was a easy add at $1.50. Actually, this was a $1 book. Never mind, $1 book. Black Science #1, another Remender book that I think is very underrated and very under the radar. Story's awesome. Again, I was in a buying mood. I probably shouldn't have taken this home because I have 2 or 3 of my own, but I figured I'd rescue it and give it a good home for the time being. Star Wars book that might be big with the individuals that were into the cartoons and whatnot. This is Star Wars: The Clone Wars #1. It's actually the first appearance of that character right there. I don't know her name because I'm not a I'm not a big non-canon Star Wars dude. But I think she's a big character in the Clone Wars. So again, yeah, I didn't have it, realized it was a first appearance, and I took it. Deathstroke #1, probably all the heat's off this, and I'll never get $3 for it again, but I wanted a second copy. Yeah, that was basically it. Another good find for $2.50 is, I believe, the first appearance of X-23 in the classic colors of Wolverine. You know, issues 440, 49, and 450 are big, but I think this one has potential also. Two books that I got also there for cover price were Groot #5. First full appearance of Baby Groot. Issue cover price $4, and that's what I paid for both of them. I don't know why I bought two. I should have just bought one, but I thought, again, trade bait. Maybe closer to the movie, this might double in price and pay for this one. Yeah, that's basically it. So all those books were from one dealer, and they were kind of books that I saw for cover price, and I figured, why not? This is the other stack of books that I got that were a little bit more than cover. Books that might have some heat on them, books that probably lost some heat, books that I probably overpaid for, but again, lately, because the pickings are slim, I've just kind of been a little bit more of a buying mood. This is the first issue. This is the first issue of The Dark Tower. I think it's a movie. I think these were printed by the boatloads. I don't think this will ever go over $5-10. I bought it for $5 because it was, again, great condition. Kind of regretting the decision now that I'm thinking about it, but hey. Another kind of weird undercover book is Batman Adventures 36, $3 book, but I don't know if you can tell, but it has a cameo appearance of Harley on the cover. That's actually her first appearance cover. It's kind of hard. It's right where the price tag is. Yeah, I'm sorry. Anyhow, something to add to my Harley covers collection. Something that slipped by me was this stupid book. It's Little Kitten's what is it called? Perfections. This is a Broadstone Jim Belant book. I think his big, probably a little racy, his big title of this is dang it, some other witch book. The first issue is worth $30-40. It's another Broadsword Comics title. I forget the name, but I don't know, maybe this will be in the same vein, but I doubt it. It's actually autographed with a certificate of authenticity. This is one of those books that I actually meant to throw back, but got lost in my stack anyways. Kind of bumped my overhead up by $15. Kind of regret it, but you win some, you lose some. These other three books are books that I did highlight in a No Love article called about Ant, an Arcana publication that sported several J. Scott Campbell covers. This is two of his covers from issue 2, I think probably the better ones. I think, again, on eBay, depending on what day you go, I believe the one on the right will be a $20 book, and the one on the left will be a, I don't know, $10 book, in good condition. These two, I have these two books. I know the condition is pretty good, probably very near mint minus. I could make a case for these to be near mint plus. Again, if I keep them as extras or as primary copies, I still think it's a good buy. Both for $17. It can probably be flipped for $40-45 if I wait long enough, and I usually do. Again, just something that I thought were cool covers by a hot artist. Ant #1 Sketch Edition. I think this one was $5. I don't know if you'd say it's a regret or not, but I could have done without. Two books that had heat, or 2 of 4 books that had heat on them when Psylocke was introduced and the Age of Apocalypse, or this miniseries by Chris Yost. I know issue 1 and the second printing of issue 1 go for, at one point there were $20 to $40 books. Issues 2, 3, and 4 kind of followed, not as expensive, but still up there, $10 to $15 books each. Guy looked these up in the guide. They were 15 each. He gave me 15 for both. And I thought, why not? Probably no margin for profit, but again, we'll see. These next books are all dollar books. This was towards the end of the show. Had a couple of bucks rattling around in my pocket, and I hadn't gone through this guy's dollar book, so I said why not? Cable 3, the first Weasel. Good Condition Zatanna book. Always trying to put collections together of that series. Nomad number 4 with Deadpool on the cover. I didn't realize it had a color rub there, so this will probably go in the 50-cent bin or just cannon fodder. But it's a Deadpool cover, and those tend to be hot. These next 3 books are Halloween Comic Fest editions of the first appearance of Doc Afra. I got 3 of them. They were $1 each. Before I bought them, I looked them up on eBay real quick. They go for as little as $5 each with shipping to $9. I figure if I sell one for $5, that pays for all 3. That's kind of how I buy things sometimes. Those are the dollar books, and these next books are books that if I would have only bought these, I would have came out well ahead. All these books were way under guide, and again, I think the stars of the show, I should have just stopped with these, and I would have been well ahead. I wouldn't have had to suffer through that stack, but again, I was in a spending mood, and I could always use trade bait with other dealers. The first book that I was happy to find for $5 was this Wolverine 145. It's actually the second edition, the second printing of the foil cover. You can tell it's a second edition because it has the gold claws. Awesome book, awesome cover with I think one minor spine tick right there, but otherwise a great book for $5. Again, I've seen sales as high as 40, as low as 10 to 15. Actually, low as $1 when people don't know what they have. But yeah, again, for $5 and for something I don't have, easy ad. Another book that I didn't know Campbell did. He has a whole bunch of covers for Dynamite and Image or Dark Horse and whatnot. This is one that maybe I knew about but didn't realize. I realized to look for it. It's a great cover by Campbell, man. This Vampirilla cover. Another book that I got for $5, and I've seen sales on eBay for 30, 35 for it. It's in great condition. I don't want to even take it out of the bag, but there's no corner blending, no spine bends, no ticks, no fraying. Sorry, that's my 15-minute mark on my the length of my video. Again, this is a continuation from the other video. Again, Vampirilla number 1 by J. Scott Campbell, $5. $30 to $40 books in some circles. Again, I'll take it. Another J. Scott Campbell book I didn't realize he did for Aspen, or actually Fathom, was this book. Again, I don't know. I think I looked it up when I bought it. $15 book, but again, Michael Turner, J. Scott Campbell on Fathom. Gorgeous cover. Before Inigo did his Dave Stevens rundown, I had actually been turned on to Dave Stevens and got a couple of covers. This is just another cover that is a little racy and I really enjoyed from Dave Stevens. Another $5 book. House of Mysteries Annual number 1, First Eye Zombie, another $5 book. What If number 105. This is a book that's very hard to find, and again, happy to have for $5. I believe, again, prices fluctuate on this book a lot. $20 book some days. If Spider Girl ever gets hot, it could be a $50, $60, $70 book. Spider Girl number 1 has the same cover, but this is her first appearance in What If 105. Wonder Woman 172, Hughes on Superman and Wonder Woman, $4 book. Again, dealers love this book, and I can easily get rid of it for $8. Another Spawn 174, actually Gunslinger Spawn issue that is pretty popular. Usually pair it with 173 or 175, the yellow cover with Gunslinger Spawn with his pistols out at you. Usually pair it with that. I think I have a couple of those. None of these. Again, a cover price ad. And that's it for the small show in the Central Valley. I just kind of want to show off some mail day hauls. First one is something I know I overpaid for. It's these first appearance of Penguin variants for Batgirl. Yeah, I don't know what to say, man. I just got caught in the hype in this, and I wanted a copy. At the time, copies were going for $14. 12 to 14 bucks. I actually won these in an auction, took 2 of them off his hands for $8 each, and I think shipping was $9 each, so that's 18. Shipping was $4 or $5. They basically came out to $24. Yeah, I know I overpaid. Like I said, you win some, you lose some. The one thing I can say about these books that they were extremely well packaged, and they are very, very nice copies. And last but not least is actually a sale that I had on, or a buy that I had on eBay. Man, this was like 3 months ago, before Power Girl 27 blew up. Somebody that I listened to on YouTube called Mercenaut, I didn't know at the time this was a sale, but somebody had a sale for this. Buy it now for $60 for these 3 issues. This is Power Girl #1, Adam Hughes variant. A book that I don't know why the hell isn't Stratus or more than it is now. You know, you can find these for 10, 15, 20 bucks. Some people try to sell them for 40, 50. A great Adam Hughes cover. I think of the most underrated Adam Hughes cover ever is this Power Girl #2. Strong statement, yes. True, yes. Power Girl #2, a great rendition of Power Girl by Adam Hughes. Book that's very, very hard to find in high grade because of the white background. There's always color rubs on there. This one had a little bit of pressable spine damage, but again, for an average of $20, why not? And of course, you guys all know Power Girl 27. Very hard book to get. For $20, much less. I was stoked. The back has that Green Lantern black cover, very hard to get in near mint condition. This one I think fits the bill. But again, this was my power grab on eBay. And this is actually what got me back on eBay looking for deals, was this auction. Again, these 3 books: Power Girl 1, Adam Hughes variant; Power Girl 2, Adam Hughes. You know what I'm talking about. And Power Girl 27 Lau cover. Yeah, that's my haul. I'm sticking to it, and like I'd say, please y'all stay out of my backyard, because Lord knows it's crowded enough.
On the top with short like leprechauns, as I crush so-called Willie Stubbs and Ramadan. Get in that ass, look fast like Ramadan. It's that rap phenomenon, Don Dada. Fuck Papa, you gotta call me Francis M.H. White. I love them niggas, period. That's from being in the game. I grew up to that shit. My mom got me a radio for Christmas. She got me a Fat Boys tape and a Run DMC tape. That's all I had. Keep your mouth shut, big. You know what I'm saying? Just don't feed into it. If you feed into it, it's gonna do nothing but escalate. You know what I'm saying? I knew it wasn't true. Well, at least what I knew I was getting blamed for wasn't true. I can't speak for nothing else. You know, I wasn't there. But I know what he was blaming me for wasn't true. So it don't make no sense me sitting there trying to make records or hit magazines and TVs screaming how it ain't true.